Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out PlayStation 4 games being played over PlayStation Vita Remote Play. Today we're taking a look at AirMech Arena. I don't usually do free-to-play games, but the developer said something along the lines of, "We've tried to tweak our remote play to make it actually work. Has anyone tried it out yet?" And well, I figured I'd try it out just to see what they have actually done, and I've realized that's probably not a good idea to go in and actually, because I can't actually show the options menu in game, which is kind of annoying. There isn't actually that much of an options menu. Well, there is here, but so anyway, let's just go have a quick look around. So you can turn off camera shake, which is a pretty nice thing, and you can also turn off a bunch of these numbers and things like auto building and all that, so you can maximize that yourself. But unfortunately, we don't actually have any control modification options, so that we can't actually change anything if we find it to be a little bit unwieldy. So the game works on this system here. Unfortunately, I did not mean to go into that, but unfortunately, I guess that's what brings up the shop, tapping on the touchscreen while you're in the menu. But anyway, so we're gonna go and we're gonna play a 1v1 skirmish match. I don't plan on finishing it during this video. I'm just gonna use it to demonstrate the controls. So here's the idea. You move around with the left stick, fire with the right stick. It's like a twin-stick shooter. That much is obvious. But we also have a bunch of other controls to contend with. So if you press L, you'll transform and you'll get on the ground. If you press R, it'll actually activate some sort of effect. It really depends on what thing you're using. But in the case of this game, it involves using your... So if I just get on the ground here, I can use my power sword, but I guess I have to wait until I get in range of somebody. So the idea is that you have to... Okay, well, I had to go grab my upgrade. So there we go. So there's my main ability, which is my sword. Which sounds way too much like a lightsaber. And you press X and circle to drop these guys off, which is fair enough. Or X to drop these guys off, which is good enough. But the idea is that... So everything works alright as is, but what are the replacements for the other things? Well, if you press... Was it L3 or R3? One or the other. It actually lets you taunt, but... Yeah, that is definitely a taunt. And the replacement for the L2 and the R2 buttons are your build menu and your ability menu. I got that in the wrong order. So that's the build menu. That's the ability menu. So you get into these by tapping in the top left and top right corner touchscreens and just selecting what you want built. And it will eventually build it and put it near a thing for you to pick up and put down. And thankfully, these work about the same as normal, as it would on a PlayStation 4 controller at the very least. I just go and grab my upgrades and all my stuff, and I will take this tank, and I will take it to here, I guess, and put it down, and it all works. Let's drop to the ground and fire a bit. Works pretty well, really. I mean, my main problem with this remote play control scheme is that you have to tap the top left and top right to get to the build and the power-up menus. Really wish you didn't have to do that. But thankfully, there is another option. I wish that you could swap these two buttons for down here, because there's really not much use for a taunt throughout most of the game. So I don't understand why it's like not up here, so I can't use it there when I feel like it. But the other thing about this is that you don't actually have to use those menus. Down in the bottom right there, you can see that you can actually navigate this menu with the D-pad and actually do things like build troops from this menu, which is a neat little thing. So it's a little quick menu just in case you couldn't really be bothered listening to... You can't really be bothered looking in these menus for this stuff. So you can use these until you've learnt the entirety of the game, or you can just use the bottom right corner of the screen there. It'd be nice if you could use the touch menu on this, like the whole touchscreen on this, but it's a shame that you can't. Oh well, I already picked something up, so I'm just going to put this down like here and just let it die. I'll just grab this and... Actually, I'll put it back here and put this in attack mode, and I'll grab this and put it in attack mode, and grab this and put it in attack mode. A little bit annoying that you have these little buttons over here assigned to the D-pad, because you kind of have to claw if you want to move effectively with these. Also, I don't understand what these guys are doing. Why are they moving around in a circle? I don't know. I don't know this game very well. But the remote play control scheme itself definitely isn't a bad one. It works. Works pretty well, actually. Probably play the game perfectly fine using this little control scheme that I've got going here. The main issue would be using these two up here, and it's not that big of a deal because you can just use the D-pad to use these once you've gotten more accustomed to how the game works. So, yeah, AirMech Arena would work pretty well if you wanted to play it via remote play. Pretty much all I've got to say on the subject, really. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.